That's a lot of gain. Today I'm at 42 Gear Street 7 with my good friend Carsten Stepanowicz. Thank you so much again for joining me for one of these videos.
Always a pleasure.
Always a privilege for me to have you here to
Thank you.
have a bit of a chat and to hear your wonderful tones on the guitar as well. That's always a plus point. Everyone enjoys having a good guitarist on my channel occasionally, and sometimes it happens. But what we're doing today is looking at these three bad boys, three orange babies from the Baby series, or whatever the series is called. We've got the Jewel Baby, the Tour Baby, and the Gain Baby. These are three solid-state 100-watt solutions, primarily aimed at live players. That's what I've been told by Charlie from Orange. And they offer varying degrees of gain, from super clean through to ludicrous, as they already told us earlier. And we're going to listen to all of them during this video. So let's do it. Let's start making some sounds.
Woo! Which one are we using right now?
That's why I jumped behind you to check out on the switcher which one we're listening to. We're listening to number one right now, which is the Gain Baby. This is going to be the heaviest of the three of them in terms of full rock and roll carnage.
Okay.
So possibly your bag. And that
Absolutely.
was basically everything set up how it had been left by the previous person. And I thought that sounded
That was
pretty
not
darn
too
good,
bad.
right?
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna hop around to the other side, and I'll probably be off camera now, but I can read the controls easier. So on this one, like on all of them, we've got two channels, right?
Okay.
And one of them is going to be a clean or a crunchy channel, and one of them is going to be a gainy channel. Okay? And I'm guessing we're going to play more with the gainy one, but let's go through and hear what we've got. So right now, I'm going to flick the switch manually to clean.
Wow.
Same settings. What we got? There's a compressor built into this. And
There is a ton of compression on it.
I've just wound the compressor all the way out, but I'll gradually wind it up. And
I liked it though. I liked
really
it.
Nice.
Spanky.
We ended with the compressor about halfway up. That's a lovely sound, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Really nice. Charlie told me earlier, he was speaking about one of the other amps, but he said it was an RCA compressor, for anyone who's interested in what the compression is or what the compression is doing. And I wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you.
No, I'm totally surprised. And it's just one knob, right?
Yeah, just one knob here. So
Nice.
you've got, on the clean channel on this one, we've got volume control, we've got the compressor, we've got bass, and we've got treble. So it's very, very simple.
Nice. I like that.
Very, very nice. I'm just looking. I see no reverb control on this amp. Not too much of a problem. You have a built-in effects loop as well if you want that.
There you go.
But is it just me, or is it quite rare to find an amp with a compressor built into a clean channel just like that?
I think so. And
Like-
what I absolutely love is you just have one knob. I know a lot of people are afraid of using compression because they don't know how to dial it in correctly.
Yeah, when you're looking
threshold
at
ratio,
thresholds,
and
attacks,
attack
and stuff
release.
like that.
Yeah.
And blending and stuff like that. It is a bit kind of hard to get used to, but just having compression here,
One knob makes it easy.
you can have it all the way on, all
Yeah.
the way off, or somewhere in the middle, and that just worked really well. I'm going to leave it at about a quarter, but I think we should probably flick over to the channel that you came here to see,
Yes.
which is the dirty channel. Here we've got a lot more in terms of EQ.
Ooh.
Funny thing is, at the end, what I did was actually turn everything to 12 o'clock. So you've just been listening to everything at 12 o'clock on that channel. Gain, EQ, presence, it's all at noon. So that as a starting point, that's not bad, is it?
That's freaking great.
That's really, really nice. And it's really loud and punchy in the room. We're running, in the room we're hearing this orange cab here. I don't know if you guys at home are hearing the cabinet or if you're hearing something through the torpedo captor or something. I will find out and write it down there. In a comment, not the description, because apparently they don't read.
I just learned that.
Yeah, I never knew that. When I write my YouTube video descriptions, I make full use of the 5,000 characters if I can. And I type as many kind of relevant words and give as many timestamps as I can, because I assume that everyone wants to read it. Because when I watch a video, I read the description. I guess I'm the only person who does that.
No,
I also read books, so maybe that's a thing.
And also, you assemble the words way better than I do, so maybe it's just...
I am a writer by trade, so I guess that is something to do with it. But there you go. So that's the gain baby in a nutshell. In terms of the gain there, in terms of the tones, like you're known for playing dirty, sleazy 80s rock. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would you do to this channel to make it more ideal for what you're kind of playing?
So we're at noon everywhere,
Yep.
EQ-wise, okay. I would crank the mids maybe a bit.
The one thing I'm not at noon with is we have well, the volume is not at noon, but
Yeah,
we have another volume here which is FS volume, and I actually don't know what that stands for at this moment in time. Any idea?
VS.
FS.
FS.
Normally I would guess FS is usually foot switch
Foot
when it comes
switch.
to amps, but that's what it is. It's going to have a foot switchable volume control, so you can have an effective lead boost or something like that.
I have a second master
Yep,
volume.
there we go. So
Awesome.
you've got two master volumes on this.
Great.
We're learning as we go. All right. Okay, so that's that one there. There's also a tight switch. Would you like the tight switch up or down?
Yeah, let's check it. Let's
Okay,
now
let's
it's
hear it
disengaged.
without, and then I'll engage it.
Right.
Okay, so tight switch down for tight.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah.
I like that. So yeah, would you like to have a bit more presence? Or
A bit
maybe-
more presence, a bit more mids maybe. Can you crank the bass maybe a
Yeah.
bit?
Okay. Yeah.
I think we're there.
That sounds amazing. Flick of a switch and you get this.
Wow. That's cool.
Surprisingly flexible little thing. This is my first time even seeing one of these in person.
Same.
Except when I saw it at a show from afar. Never touched one, never played one.
yeah.
But that was so easy to dial in.
Absolutely. That was fun.
I'm really impressed with it.
Clean, dirty, second master volume, FX loop. What else can you ask for?
I'm sneakily reading a few specs there. This is actually not the gainiest of all of them. Yes, it is. It has a 4-stage lead channel, so there's 4 gain stages within that lead channel. So ludicrous amounts of gain, which is written in the official spec. For people who want more gain than, for example, the Tour Baby. It's got the same clean channel as the Tour Baby though, so super pristine cleans all the way through to really heavy amounts of gain. What I would really like to do is see if we can dial in like a slightly less ludicrous, kind of classic rocky sort of gainy sound.
Yeah.
Let's try and do that before we move on. But yeah, we have that tight switch as well. The lower the gain is set, the more mid-band it will drag in. It's for tightening up lower gain levels. So we'll see that one as well. But I thought it made a big difference when
Totally,
you chugged there.
totally,
It really
yes.
did, yeah. It's 2 different volumes, so you can set up a boost, exactly, foot switchable volume, and channels. So you've got a 2-button switch to change between the channels or to give you that boost. What more do you need?
What else can you ask for? Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely not. All right, I'm going to skip back round here. Let's dial in like, let's do AC/DC.
Okay.
All right. interesting. When the gain's down real low and you flick up the tight switch, it obviously does something, and I was too low. It almost sounds like a noise cutting it off. Okay. That's about as low as we go with the gain. It is doable, right? I mean, those are pretty hot humbuckers.
They are, yeah.
What would you change about the sound?
Can we thicken it a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe just dial in some bass.
Bass-wise, I'm cranking the bass. Let's hear that.
Oh, yeah.
And a bit more mids.
Okay. So now the tight switch is up?
Now the tight switch is up, which I think is off, but somehow that seems to work for me.
Yeah.
I like that a bit more.
Oh, that's nice. It's warm. It's crunchy.
I really like it. It's got a really warm sound. I
Yeah.
like it. It's this channel is definitely built to go more than doing the AC/DC type of stuff. But
Absolutely.
hey, I love it. I'm really, really impressed.
And the feel is also great. We're
Yeah.
talking about solid state. I mean, that's nice.
Solid state amps are great. I mean, they have been for a long time. Like, you know, I've been playing well, you guys know I used to work for Hughes and Kettner, but I've been playing the Black Spirit 200 for years. And especially the clean and crunch channels, they're so direct. And I know that the analog thing is kind of very instant and stuff, but it just works. And that's also why for me it's been a challenge to kind of transition over to modelers. The Tonex is swinging me. That's the one that makes me kind of believe that digital will work for me. But
Yeah.
for me, solid state has always been great. I've never really needed tubes. It's just me.
Okay.
We are different players, I guess.
Well, I definitely have
But
to
for
check
you-
out more solid state
But
stuff.
For you, this sounds great.
Absolutely.
I'm very impressed. Which one should we do next? Tour Baby or Jewel Baby? I say, well, the other one which is plugged in at the moment is the Tour Baby, which is the clean and edge of breakup type one. So let's
Nice.
try that.
All right.
This is the most kind of easygoing of the three.
Yeah.
Just need to go to the amp switcher and go to number 2, and we should be on the clean channel of the Tour Baby now. Okay, give us some clean. There we go, the same compressor fueled clean channel as
Yes.
the gain baby, so we know what we're getting there. And the dirty channel here is, as they say, they call it point of breakup in the marketing blurb, which is going to be lower gain, but this is orange. So if I go to dirty, it's not going to be edge of breakup. It's going to be way more, isn't it? Let's listen.
Nice.
That was gain pretty much all the way up at the start, and then I went down to 12 o'clock, and then I went down to about 10 o'clock. Let's wind the gain down to about 9 o'clock and see what we get.
I love that.
I think that sounds really nice. Can I just
Jump.
can I
of
just
course. Go
make a
for
little
it.
make the indie rock test? You did the German crowd thing of instantly starting to clap on the beat when a musician starts playing. That's so funny. I've only ever witnessed that in German concerts. It's like suddenly everyone's just clapping on the 1 or the 4. It's great.
And I didn't even notice that.
You can't not do it. Oh my God.
Is it a German genetic thing?
It must be, because I've only ever experienced it here. But
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Do you want me to twiddle around with some knobs, or you just play a bit more?
Yeah, why not? You can do it, yeah. But I already know it does the thing.
Okay.
Let me... Oh no, I've got the headstock in front of the thing. Let's swap. Oh. The beauty of live television, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try a tiny little bit of clean and see what we get first there.
Is this enough compression for you? Because
Can you get me a little bit more compression? Okay. No, that's absolutely enough compression for me.
Okay.
Like, if I'm using compression, it can just be really subtle. I'm not like a country player or anything like that, but like, it would totally be great for it. Turn the compression all the way up.
okay.
So if you're a country player, you could actually get by with that.
Yeah.
I think it's... Well, I don't want to say it's a shame, because I think it's a wonderful feature that there is compression in the amp. But if the compression was also switchable, how cool would that be?
That
Because
would
then
be
you'd have
nice.
like a built-in compression pedal. But
Wow.
I think you don't need it.
You just set and forget, probably.
Yeah, exactly. I think I would set it just at about a quarter, maybe. Just have it always there to kind of smoothen things out just a little bit.
Yeah, that makes
but not
sense.
have it as too much of like... It's too much of an effect, because that's lovely, but it's not really
Yeah.
my sort of thing. Yeah. So that's that. On the dirty channel, that's if I play a little bit, you can kind of mess around with it, kind of in the lower gain settings, and we'll see how it sounds for sort of indie rock sort of stuff. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go.
It's good enough for rock and roll, the tuning on this, isn't it? But it's not quite there. But that sounds fantastic. Like, I really, really like it. A lot of it is down to the fact that this guitar is also an absolute beast. But I think I really, really like the sounds of that.
So how
I'm
much gain
impressed.
do you need for indie rock?
It totally depends what you're doing. Like, if you're talking to Radiohead, you need all the gain.
All the
Ludicrous amounts of gain. But, for me, often I am in that sort of edge of breakup, sort of slightly throaty, just a little bit of growl on it.
Okay.
I'll often do kind of drony sort of octave chords with like an open string.
Okay.
Like... And for something like that, that's ideal.
And that's gain at 11 o'clock.
Totally works for me. And I could imagine that if you were doing something like that and you then take advantage of the foot switchable second volume level, then you're going to get a boost, and that's going to
Absolutely.
give you some more gain as well. And
Yeah.
that would totally work. Consider me happy. Like, for me, the Tour Baby would absolutely work. Can you kind of wind the gain up a bit, and we'll see if we can get some classic rock going for me as well?
Of course. I tried gain all the way up, but I think, where are we now? 3 o'clock-ish?
How much?
That's all the way now?
All the way.
That's 3 o'clock now?
Go back to half.
To half, okay.
See, for me, that's possibly where I'd live, maybe a little bit higher. But I think as a classic rock, indie rock, clean edge of breakup, amp solution, I'm liking it. Do you know what these cost? As a natural next question.
Absolutely no
Because
idea.
I also don't. I'm going to look that up while we go through to the next one.
All right.
I think what we should do is just take a tiny break to wire up the third amp because it's not wired in at the moment. And while we're doing that, I'll find some prices. Right. We've recabled up. We're now rocking into the Jewel Baby 100. Familiar with anything about the Jewel Baby?
Not at all.
Well, let me read the carefully placed specifications from Charlie at Orange. Now, the Gain Baby will give you... No, this is not the Gain Baby. This is the Jewel Baby. This is clean or crunchy on one channel, or gainy with high gain, as they call it. I'm not entirely sure what to make of gainy with high gain, but I think it means it goes from gainy to high gain, which is exactly what the words mean. This has been a very professional restart to the video.
That's lovely.
But everyone gets the point. And now Orange say that this one is going to be for people who want 2 channels that can get some hair. And you, Carsten?
I have a lot of
You've
hair.
got a lot of hair. So this could be the one for you. And this is actually one that was requested by Captain Sensible from The Damned.
Ooh.
Legendary band. And he's been touring prototypes of this. So if it works for them, I say it works for us. Now, Channel A and Channel B is what we've got here. Channel A is similar to the Super Crush 100 lead channel. Are you familiar with the Orange Super Crush amps?
I have seen them, but never played them.
Well, you will be after playing this, because
Okay.
it's going to be similar to that. Now, when you use it cleaner, you should use the tubby switch, which adds some body, especially when it's used on cleaner settings with presence and EQ. Channel B is the same as the gain channel on the Gain Baby amplifier, so the dirtier of the two. I hope if you're watching you can keep up with this, but it should be fine. But yeah, you've got one volume here that goes between both channels. So that's actually really interesting, because these 3 look very similar on the face of it, but they all offer different solutions for different things. So let's listen to the Jewel Baby. I'm going to have to fiddle with the knobs as we go. What do we got?
Yeah.
Max gain.
Max gain?
Yeah.
Is that the tubby switch?
That was the tight switch.
The tight switch.
The tubby switch is on channel
Oh,
A.
okay.
Sorry, we're on channel B.
All right.
So that's going to be the higher gain channel. Interestingly, the specs here say that channel B is the same as on the Gain Baby amp. But for me, straight away, I felt like I was hearing a lot more low end out of this one.
Absolutely.
I felt like you were also asking on the other two, can you dime the bass a bit more?
Yeah.
But with this one, the bass was on halfway, and I thought that was more than enough in this case.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's really interesting. Maybe they are the same, and because I was on the other side before, it sounds different. But did you get that?
No,
impression as
because
well?
I stayed here all the time.
Yeah.
It definitely has more bass than the other ones.
So you're hearing more bass as well?
Yeah,
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 okay,
absolutely.
very interesting. Well, that sounds fantastic. Really fat sound.
does.
How do you kind of compare it on first impressions to the others? Do you have a favorite so far, maybe, or
And with the switch being up right now,
Yeah.
can I just play it for a second?
the tightness switch?
Yeah, the tightness
okay.
You put. To me, it sounds like it has the. How can you say it? The most expensive high frequencies.
Okay, interesting.
It sounds expensive. The highs are like very clear, very sparkly.
Yeah, you prefer it with the tight switch down, right?
Down,
Where it's
yeah,
kind of,
down.
it's reducing the low end, and
Yeah.
it seems to sparkle a little bit more.
Sparkle,
in
yeah.
the
I like it
highs,
when it spanks, when you
Yeah.
hit the strings hard. That
Is there anything else that you'd like from the EQs or the presence there to kind of fine tune it even more, or you want more gain, less gain?
where are we at? So bass is
Well,
at noon.
I've got us back to pretty much 12 o'clock on everything.
Okay.
So tell me what you'd like.
Give it a bit more presence, please.
Okay.
Wow, that's cool. Where's the treble? Still at noon?
The treble's at noon, yeah.
Let's change it. Dial the treble back to at noon, please, and crank the treble. Yeah, okay, now I'm confused. I don't know which setting I prefer
Two
more.
very interesting different effects, right? If
Yeah.
you just play a little bit more and I'll wind between the treble and then the presence as they are.
Okay,
The treble has even more cutting high end to it.
Yeah.
Sorry, the presence has even more cutting high end to it. Which do you prefer?
the presence up is
The
is
presence
the way
up as
to go.
opposed to the treble. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do that then.
See, this is what inspires me.
Ah, that sounds good. Can I edge the gain up a little bit more and hear how it gets when we get full gain?
Of course.
We're only on halfway gain right now.
Oh, okay.
Only on halfway. There's more.
Whoa.
That's a lot of gain.
Wow.
But halfway was
Halfway was
also
cool,
enough, right? It was also enough.
but I like that it became more saturated.
Yeah.
So maybe we can try it at 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I really dig that sound. That's cool.
What I like about the gain control is that it's usable all the way up.
Yeah.
Like you can dial it in wherever you want, and it's not going to kind of just sound way blown out or
Exactly.
way tinny and tiny when the gain is down. It works across the whole sweep of the pot. That's really cool.
It is.
Really cool. Let's try channel A though, because I know everyone wants to hear channel A, of course, after channel B. We should have done it the other way around. So channel A should be clean or crunchy, depending on what we do with it. That was the tubby switch at the end there to give a bit more body to the tone. What I'm going to try and do though is if you just play a few more chords, I'll try and wind the gain down and the volume up and see how clean we can get it.
That's a
'Cause
good idea.
Everyone likes a clean sound, right?
Absolutely.
I love a clean sound, by the way.
Really?
No compressor on this one, by the way.
Oh, okay.
So if you're missing the compressor, you're going to need to go for one of the other two. All right, let's go gain down, see what we get.
Oh, now I notice a difference.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
much more when it's low again, right?
Yeah.
Give us a few more chords and I'll flick it again.
But it thins out nicely, so maybe in a mix, the switch up would be
I was going to say
idea.
you'd cut through much more, yeah. But hearing it just like this, the fullness, the tubbiness.
In the room,
is
I
something to
prefer the
embrace,
tubbiness,
For sure,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. As a clean tone, I think that's incredibly usable.
Absolutely.
But let's edge up that gain, because this is orange, so you want to edge up the gain, and we'll see how kind of crunchy this one goes. They do say it goes crunchy, so I think an orange crunch is probably more high gain than I would normally use. So
I'm prepared for crunch, all right.
Gain at halfway.
Okay, define crunch, please.
Yeah.
Come on.
Try channel B.
Yeah, clearly crunch.
Yeah, very light crunch. I mean, that sounds great. I feel like a lot of people will not be buying this for a crispy, clean tone. They'll be using it for two amazing, crunchy and high gain rock sounds.
Absolutely, I agree. I'm totally confused, man. They all sound really, really good.
It's almost like you need to collect them all. That's the way.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but what great options. And I guess that would be the question. Like, you're a touring player at the moment. You're going on the road a lot. You're
Yep.
playing with numerous projects and doing your own stuff as well. Which of these would you purchase if you were going out on the road? Like, what would be your one of choice? Which would fulfill the criteria that you need?
Yeah, according to my first impression of these three little thingies here, I think I would go for the Game Baby 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would definitely use the compression knob on the clean channel. That just makes sense to me. I mean, I could use a pedal and then go with the Dual Baby. So all the dirty stuff from the Dual Baby was awesome, but I think I would go for the Game Baby 100. Yeah.
Okay. And I've just pulled up the price for the Game Baby 100. So now let's play higher or lower. How much do you think the Game Baby 100 costs? Seeing as neither of us had any clue before this. Or what would you pay for one if you went into a store, you tried it out and you were like, I need this. And then they told you it costs this much. What's the price?
Okay. Yeah, white guess, 800 euros.
You're not too far off.
Up or down?
Go down.
Really?
Yeah.
659.
You're still not far off, but you're still too high.
530.
529.
No way! Cool.
That makes me think about it again in a different way.
Totally.
Like, I was expecting it to be like the best part of 1,000.
Yeah.
To be honest. Even solid state costs a lot of money these days.
True, yeah.
But that's really affordable.
530.
530. Like, for me, I think the obvious choice would probably be the Tour Baby because, the clean edge of breakup, lower gain stuff is more my thing. Got the compressor as well. But I do like to get a bit dirty occasionally. And it's like, I could totally imagine myself wanting to have two of these.
And that's not a problem to have two of these.
No, two of these is, 1,000 euros?
Yeah.
In our prices, which is, in this day and age, very much an affordable price.
Absolutely.
You wouldn't need any gain pedals or anything like that. You might want to add a reverb pedal in the effects loops that they all have.
Yeah. Maybe a delay as well.
Yeah, maybe something like that. And then you're kind of done.
Absolutely.
You don't need anything more. So that's absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really impressed.
Same here.
What else is there to say about these things, really? That's really cool.
Absolutely.
Really good.
Do we have any options on the back, maybe?
Let me go round to the back. So there's a DI out on all of them. Hopefully you can hear me from here.
DI
So
out?
they all have that. They have a ground lift switch if you need that. You've got 2 foot switch outs on these 2 and just the channel switcher on the Jewel Baby here.
Yeah.
And yeah, the effects loop send and return. You can attach, they're 100 watts at 8 ohms and you can attach 2 speakers to them together if you'd like, 2 16 ohm caps.
100 watts at 8 ohms.
Yeah.
That's enough for gigging,
That's enough for
right?
a gig. I mean, it's loud in here and we're making sure that we keep the volume pretty tame, right? For the event. So these are really decent. They're full of options.
Yeah, plus the DI option, I like that.
Yeah. And I would highly recommend that if you ever get the chance, that you check a couple of these out at your leisure. If you're looking for something like this, it's going to be a great option. I mean, if you're someone who mostly plays at home, Charlie from Orange just told us that these are kind of aimed at people who are going to be going on the road because they're so practical. Nice little package, you can put it in a rack, you can stick it in your case or whatever, and it's
Exactly.
because it's solid state, it's going to be super reliable, it's almost definitely not going to break depending on how you treat it, and it's going to be loud enough for everything. Now if you're a home player, it doesn't have a headphone out or anything like that, but because you've got the DI out, you can use that and go straight into whatever you'd like to go to, and that's going to eliminate that problem as well. I hope that you get to try one of these in more detail on your channel soon. And I hope that I get to try one of these in more detail on my channel soon as well, because these really do bear more exploration than we were able to do today.
Totally.
But I really hope you've enjoyed this video, this quick run through of the Orange Baby series, or whatever the series is called. Thank you so much, Carsten, for taking the time. Thank you to Friedman for providing a beautiful silver burst Telly Deluxe style thing, which is absolutely wonderful. And thank you to Henning Pauly and everybody involved with the running and the organisation of 42 Gear Street, right down to Sommer Cable, the invisible brand, who are in every single video. Please subscribe to Carsten and check out the rest of his videos if you haven't already. Check out the hashtag 42GS7 to see all of the rest of the videos and the products that have been in this event. But that's been it for today's video. I've been Rich, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.